So I'm dressed, we're going. I did a little bit of makeup, as you can tell, just a tiny bit, not a lot. And I didn't use mascara today. Dressed, ready to go to Mass. After I get there, I might have to fix my eyebrow. It's kind of doing that weird thing it does sometimes. I'm gonna have to put chapstick on it again. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you when I get there. So for some strange reason, there was like this weird song that was on these videos, and I had no idea like how to get rid of it. And so on Instagram, the song's in the video, but I muted it on here because, well, I don't want any copywriting, for a song that I didn't even ask to be in my video. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was before Mass, and this was after Mass, just before we went to second home, sorry. Then we went to second home, and I had a pot of tea, Earl Grey, and in a fancy china cup. So fancy. I loves it. It was a good color because it went with my colors. It was completely everything. And I was like, it's so delicious and so pretty. And I showed you guys my new rosary that I got. So we're home. We walked all the way to the dollar store after we were done at second home. I wanted to treat the kids to a nice Sunday breakfast. So
and I wanted to have fun with my families. So we went to the dollar store. I got a couple of things that I really needed. They didn't have one of the things I really need. So when I go to Superstore tomorrow, I have to look for it there. I need a timer. I used to have one.
It died.
But first it got broken and then it died. So I need a new one. But I did get quite a nice bunch of things. For one, I got another scarf just like the one that's on my head. Look, baby. They had one there. I was like, woo-wee. So I got it. Then I got some hair clippy clips to help me with my headbands or head wraps. I got this for note taking. I got these because sometimes I run out of highlighters before I can get more. And then I got myself a dollar store calendar book because I really need one. I didn't realize how much I needed one until I didn't have one. And I got myself the girliest gloves you'll ever see. It's got a frickin' braid on it. So yeah, that was my afternoon. I had so much fun today. I'm very happy about it. But now I'm in pain. I can't wait to get my Bible study book. I really can't. It won't be here for another week. I have to wait a whole week. I'm praying it comes sooner. It could still come sooner. So yeah. Other than that, I haven't taken my dose today, and I realized why I didn't start exploding today. Because I didn't take my dose. So I guess that was a good thing. I had 3 cups of tea. Then I had a white hot chocolate. Usually I can't have that much liquid because Prozac makes it very difficult for me to have liquids, or rather have too much in my gut. It gives me really bad pain and bloating. So I was wondering why I could have all those things and no problems. On the walk home, I realized I didn't take my Prozac yet. That's why. So I'm about to take my dose, and everything I had between 10 a.m. and now will hurt me, but that's okay. That's okay. I have lots to talk about because we have to do the wrap-up today. It's Sunday, and we have a new chapter tomorrow. And it's one of my favorites. I'm very excited about tomorrow's chapter. Very. All right, I gotta go for now. I'll be back in a little bit. Well, baby asked me to go to the store with him, so I did. We just got back. I have such a big plan for tomorrow's breakfast. I have to do most of the prepping tonight, though. So that'll be later. And that'll be after my shower before I go to bed. Don't worry, I'll share the recipe, y'all. Okay? Because this is a sure way of making your husband have the best day of his life, okay? I'm telling you. Your husband will thank you. All right? I will write down the recipe in like a formal graphic. Beautiful. I'm going to do it that way. And then I will show you the prepping stages that I'm going to be doing tonight. And then tomorrow morning you'll see me do it up. It'll be the best. The best. The best. The best. Just wait. Just wait. I'm excited. Oh, I have such great ideas, you guys. You don't even know. It's going to be the most delicious thing you've ever seen. Oh. I'm about to make it even more delicious. All right, guys, I'm going to go write out the recipe right now. And then I will share it with y'all. Okay? It's going to be so exciting. Woo. Woo, I'm excited. Sorry, I get real excited about these kinds of things. All right. I'm going to go write out the recipe, and then I'm going to share it with you. All of it. There's 2 parts, so get ready. All right, y'all. Literally start screenshotting this so that you know exactly what you need to do, okay? If you want this recipe, screenshot it. I am only putting it up for 30 seconds because there's not much to say within, like, if I did it for a minute, for instance, there's not much to say within a minute, so just screenshot. Oh, my earring fell out of my ear. No, what happened? Oh no, hold on. So screenshot every single one of these slides here quickly. And tonight I'll be showing you how I'm prepping the meat and the veggies, because I'm going to be prepping those tonight. Tomorrow I'll be doing the I'm going to just wait. Tomorrow I have to do this second portion because it has to be fresh. So this will be done tomorrow morning. Doesn't take too long. Apparently it takes only 5-ish minutes, 10 minutes. So no problem. I can do that. I can do that while the first portion is in the oven. No problem. But yeah, so tonight I'll make sure I have all the measuring stuff that I need out. And I will also make sure that I have all the necessary tools that I'm going to need and all the necessary everything before I go to bed tonight. So you'll see me prepping the kitchen tonight before I go to bed after we do our wrap up. And then I'll do that. I'll prep the meat, the veggies, and then the kitchen, and then I will be going to bed. That'll be after my shower. We'll be doing the wrap up before my shower, okay? And then, yeah, so screenshot this so that you have these recipes, okay? These are very, very, oh man, I can't wait until I do this. Johnny's gonna die tomorrow morning. He's gonna be like, this is the best day of my life. The best day of my life. He's gonna be going to work and bragging all day. I swear. He is. I swear it. So these are the Bible studies that I found for Protestant women. This one is a study Bible for women. And then I also found like Bible in a Year for Protestant women. And I found some other really cool books. I picked the 4 that I thought were really good. None that had any familiar names, because we know that Beth Moore is a false prophet and Joyce Mayer, so I avoided any of those kinds of names when I was reading for something for you guys to be able to purchase and then do Bible study with me on women's studies. It would be wonderful if we could all do it together. And so I decided I was going to share these with you guys. I thought these were really awesome. These ones have like the most to give. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's probably more people who bought them in the US. This is just, Canada. And it's got a really high rating, so that's good. So I picked the ones that had really good ratings and good comments. So yeah, everybody seems to like these ones, and they're very, very in depth and very, very they're very good for women. So that's what I wanted for you guys. Something perfect, something that's biblical, So I hope you enjoy these and that you screenshot these and then you look them up on Amazon yourself. And yeah, later for now. All right, we're going to do daily wisdom and chapter wrap up. Sorry. Because I got to start getting ready for my shower that will be happening in a little bit. Not right now, but in like a couple of hours. And I like to rest before my shower, so I don't really want to be doing a whole bunch of stuff before I have to do my shower, if you know what I mean. So we're going to do this now, and then I'm going to have my shower. All right. We're doing morning and evening because I didn't have enough time today to do morning in the morning and evening in the evening, okay? Our culture is anti-child. They want mothers to be able to have their babies slaughtered in their wombs. They celebrate birth control since it prevents babies because they're unwanted. They want children to be pumped full of more and more vaccinations, which have never been proven to be safe. They want mothers to have careers so children are not being raised by their mothers. They want children educated in government-run godless institutions away from their mothers and homes for most of their childhood. Stop the madness, women. Go back to the old paths and seek wisdom from God and His word. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Jeremiah 6:16. Aggression, used properly, leads to policemen stopping criminals, fathers protecting their children, soldiers protecting their homeland, and the building of entire civilizations. Through the drive of millions of men to wrest a living from the earth and build a safe place for their families. Men's aggression is a good thing. They were given high testosterone levels for a reason. They were given a drive to fight, build, and protect for a reason. We can't let the misuses of this good thing lead us to hate men of their God-given design, or to deny them the leadership role God gave them. Aggression is an important reason that men are designed to be leaders. Good leaders have to protect those under their care. I completely agree with that. as you guys know. I don't think that superhero. Anyway, I never, like I said it on the Transformed Wife page yesterday, I believe it was, that I don't believe that superheroes should have ever been women. That's like, superhero sounds to me like a male role, you know? And there should never have been female superheroes, ever. You know what I mean? Feminists. Anyway, let's do our chapter wrap up. So, reflecting on to love their children. Excuse me. The woman who invests herself in a child's life will be the one whom the child loves, and the one with whom he will bond when he is older. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. 3 John chapter 1, verse 4. Make a new habit. Look into your child's eyes and smile many times each day. Take a 5-minute break every 30 minutes or so just to play with him or her. Never work alone. Always have your little buddy helping you. God has given your children guardian angels who watch them from heaven. You are their guardian angel here on earth. Traits of a good helpmeet. A good helpmeet soberly considers the needs of her children before her own interests. She invests time in training them to know and do many things. She schools herself in diet and medicine to be better equipped to keep them safe. Getting serious with God. God directs us to train our children and, when necessary, to direct their path with correction. As women, we might feel we love our children too much to spank them. Our sentiment is silly and unloving. You cannot expect God's personal blessings on your life and on theirs unless you do it God's way. Study these verses and ask God to give you a heart of love and a backbone of courage to walk by his principles. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Proverbs 13:24. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Proverbs 22:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. Proverbs 29:15. Now, this may sound like a very touchy subject for some, but this might be a touchy subject, ladies, but you have to consider, look at the children around us. You know what I mean? Look at all of the things that certain kids do, how bratty they are, how disobedient they are, how terrible they are to their parents. I remember this one time I was in the store with my kids, and they were in the cart. They were small. And I was just strolling along, and this one kid was running up and down the aisles, knocking everything off the shelves. And the parent didn't do anything, just making a mess in the shopping market. And the parent didn't do anything. And I was looking at the kid, and I was just shaking my head, right? Just shaking my head. And when my kids got older and they wanted to walk rather than be in the cart, one time they did the same thing. One of them did. One of them was knocking things off the shelves. You know what I did? I grabbed his hand and I spanked it. I said, "You don't do that. You pick everything up and you put it back on the shelf." And he did. He picked it up and put it back on the shelf. When they walk past something and it falls, they pick it up. They never do that ever again. Never. You have to discipline your kid and show them correction. When they were smaller, it was much easier. And trust me when I say this, they don't remember, okay? I had to spank Logan between the years of 4 years old until he was 6. He doesn't remember. I did the same thing with Lucas. He doesn't remember. Now they're angels. I don't have to do it anymore. It only took 2 years, guys. 2 years. Spanking them when they needed it, okay? When they were yelling cuss words at me, when they threw something at me, when they tried to hit me, when they were trying to hit each other, when they were like running after each other and stabbing each other with pencils, things of this nature. I spanked my kids from the years of 4 years to 6 years, and it worked. Now they're angels. Everybody always says how well behaved they are and how they love to help other people and how quiet they are. Well, it took me 2 years to discipline them to be that way. And sometimes we have to remind them, we don't spank them, but we remind them of the times when we did. And then they don't want to get spanked, so they listen. So, yeah, I say, clean your room or you're going to lose your tablet forever. They clean their room. Do this. Okay, so let's give it a perspective here, okay? Let's put it into a perspective. Would you rather, okay, you try all this new age gentle parenting crapola and your kid grows up to burn down a city? Rioting, looting, stealing people's stuff, shooting people in the streets, stabbing people. This is what's happening. It's not a lie. You can look this stuff. I see it every day on my news channel that I watch on YouTube here, the Watchmen channel. I watch it every single day. Kids doing this. Okay, so you did the gentle parenting and your kid acts whatever way in front of you. Then they leave the house and then they go and get arrested for looting, assault with a deadly weapon, stealing, vandalizing, attempted murder, whatever. They get all these charges, okay? How are you going to feel as a parent knowing that if you just spanked them for 2 years, that wouldn't have happened? It's only 2 years. And I'm saying that with like a average child, okay? Average child, it takes 2 years. I'm going to give you now my story. See, my parents also spanked me. However, I'm one of the really rare people out there that are so stubborn, so hard-willed, that not even 2 years of spanking could get me to stop doing whatever I was doing. I was still rebellious, okay? I think I had my daddy's anger and my daddy's temper and my daddy's willpower because he spanked me for years, okay? Years, not just 2, years. From when I was 4 until I went into foster care when I was 14 or 15. He spanked me. He whipped me with the belt and with a wooden spoon sometimes. My mom would throw things at me, like remote controls. Whatever was near her, she would throw at me. My daddy spanked me, put me in my room. When I got a little older, he would get a little more, serious about it. So I'd get the occasional kick. And, yeah. So one time he beat the crap out of me too bad, and that's when I went into foster care. But that was only the one time. And it never happened again. Now, was I out in the streets burning and looting and stealing and all those kinds of stuff? Not burning and looting. I did steal, though, quite a few times. But I quickly learned that that's not the way to do things. I never got caught. That's not what happened. What happened was I knew my luck would run out eventually, so I stopped. You know what I mean? I knew. I was like, eventually this won't work anymore. So I stopped, okay? In between all that going on, I was still getting spanked. I remember the cops bringing me home once from Metrotown, and I had over $100 worth of stuff that I stole from Metrotown. And the cop brought me home with my stolen items. He didn't even know. Brought me safely home to my parents. My mom let me go in with all the stuff. As soon as the police officer left, she took all my stuff. And she said, I know you didn't leave the house with this. Where'd you get it? I said, Metrotown. And she's like, with what money? I'm like, it was a 5-finger discount. She smacked me and told me to go in my room. She took it away for 1 week and then she let me have my stuff. And she told me never to do it again. So I didn't. I never did it again. True story. I also grew up with a good, solid fear of my parents. I knew not to hit them. I knew not to do anything mean or bad to them. I knew not to cuss at them. I knew not to raise my voice or scream at them, although sometimes I would get out of hand and I would scream at my mom because I would become out of control with my own anger when I was a teenager. But before that, I would listen mostly, you know? My kids listen. They're not bad kids. They're very good kids. They have their moments when they're crazy and wild, but they're kids. Okay? I know they ain't gonna grow up looting, burning, and assaulting people because I taught them the right way. Yes, it took 2 years of spanking. But you know what? 2 years of spanking in the long run is nothing. Nothing compared to what they would have endured out in the world had they been out in the streets being wild animals because they thought they could, because they didn't know right from wrong. You teach them kids right from wrong. Any way that you can. Take their tablets away. Take their screens away. Take their consoles away. If that don't work, spank. I mean, it's just 3 little whacks on the bum. It does so much. It shocks them, okay? This is the point of it. It's not to hurt them. It's to shock them, okay? So every time I did it, I did 3 bangs, 3 pats on the butt. Boom, boom, boom. And I'd be like, now, why did I do that? If they couldn't tell me, I'd explain to them why I did it. I'd say, now, if you don't want to ever feel it again, don't ever do this again. They never did. It's to shock them. It's not to hurt them. It's just to shock them. They never cried. They were just shocked. Okay? That's the key to it. You're not trying to hurt them. You're trying to shock them. And make sure that they have that memory for when they do that again, they have the memory of the shock and they don't want to do it because it was uncomfortable. You know what I mean? That's the point of it. How do you train a dog not to piss on the floor? You shove his nose in his freaking pee, don't you? And you tap him on the snout. And he never does it again because he doesn't like it, right? Same thing. Spank, 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 spank. 3 times. Don't do that again. They never do it again. They touch something they're not supposed to, smack their hand. Don't do that. You're not supposed to touch anything in the aisles. Okay, no problem. Never touch anything in the aisles again. My kids will not grab anything from the aisles. They will ask, Mommy, can I go get something? Yes, go pick what you want. They will not go and start grabbing. When they're out at somebody's house, they know not to touch other people's things because it doesn't belong to them. How? Because I spank their hands every time they try to do that at somebody's house. That's how come. My kids are very well trained. They're very, very well trained. I don't have to do any of that anymore. It only took me 2 years to train them. 2 years. I mean, now they're little angels. And I get compliments, so. Nobody will ever make me feel guilty or shame for what I did because I know I did the right thing. I know I did because my kids get all the compliments now. And everybody wants my kids around their kids as good influence, so whatever, you can say whatever you want. gentle parenting fools. Your kids are going to be ending up in the... If you don't want your kids in the streets drinking, doing drugs, and doing something crazy, getting pregnant or whatever they're going to do, you have to discipline them. And they have to have a healthy fear of you, okay? A healthy fear of the parents. Where if they do something, they know their mama or their dada is going to do something, take away something, and they'll have no fun. There will be no fun. There'll be boredom. It'll be worse than going to jail, okay? For them. You have to give them a mini jail sometimes. You know what I mean? Like send them to their room, take everything out of their room. Just leave the mattress, the blankets, and the pillows. Everything out of the room. They gotta have their own little prison sometimes. It works. We've had to do it. We just took Logan's tablet away for... How long has it been now? A week?
What?
Logan's not had his tablet.
Yeah.
About a week. And you know what? He's much better. He not raising his voice and screaming and stomping on the floor. He's doing much better. We're going to be testing him tomorrow evening to see if he's ready. If he ain't, we're taking him away for a month. And that's just the way we roll in this house. We have to do it that way so that they know we're serious. And always follow through. If you threaten something, make sure you follow through. Be consistent. Okay? If you threaten to take away their tablet, if they don't stop, take away their tablet. You don't be like, fine, one more time. One more. No. Take it away. Just do it. Okay? Trust me. As soon as they realize mama don't play, they gonna listen. Okay? My kids listen because they know mama don't play. Mama don't play. Daddy don't play. No tolerance in this house for bad behaviors. Okay? That's good parenting. My kids are going to be well-adjusted, good citizens of society. Hi. Your shirt's on backwards. Shirt's on backwards. Okay. Also, one of the greatest things that I do is when they come up to me and they want to show me something that like means something to them. Depending on what it is. If it's something loud, I'm not going to, no. Because I get headaches real easy because of my ears. But if it's something that I can just watch, like Lucas has this, what is it called, Lucas? Flip clip? Flip a clip. He can make animations on this thing, this app. And so he showed me what he was doing on there. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Like, wow. Now, Logan, he's really good at making intros and outros with his GD stuff, whatever that is. He actually inspired me to make an intro and an outro for my videos on YouTube. That was my son Logan. He inspired that. You know? Isn't that crazy? So you do give them attention. If they come up to you and they ask you, hey mom, do you have a second? Can I show you something? Say yes. If it's loud and you can't handle it, let them know. And then they'll pick something else next time. You know what I mean? I let them know because I have an inner ear disease and certain sounds really bother this freaking ear and it gives me a real bad headache. And I get pain in my ear down in my neck and stuff. It's just horrible. So certain sounds I can't listen to, certain noises, you know. But I do give them the attention that they need when they ask me, hey mom, can I show you this? Yes, show me this. And I'll watch. Even if I'm not in the mood, I'll grumpily go, fine. But I'll still do it because it means a lot to do that. Okay? So you give your kids the attention that they want. Okay? During the day when Johnny's not here, I give all the attention to the kids. Okay? They get all of it. When Johnny's home, I mostly try to give all of my attention to Johnny. You know what I mean? So if he that's why sometimes when I was doing videos and you would hear Johnny say, look, 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 I'd stop and I'd look and I'd pay attention. because that's just my respect and my honor of him, right? Do the same thing with your kids. And I do that with my kids, okay? So respect and honor your kids too. If they want to show you something. Lucas the other day, like I said, he literally, I was so amazed. He came up to me and he wanted to show me something, and I thought it was going to be like a stupid video that he usually watches. But it wasn't. It wasn't a stupid video. It was gospel music. And I was so happy. I was just like, wow. And we sang those songs today that he showed me on the tablet the other. So yeah, we sang those songs today in church. Even so come, and they'll know we are Christian. That was amazing. Other things have been going on too around here that's been like answers to my prayers. Things I've been praying over Johnny's pillow. Things I've been praying over the kids' pillows. Things. Those prayers are coming true. So pray over your family's pillows and pray for your family when they sleep. And trust me, God answers those prayers. It may take a little while. It took a little while, but I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor. Prayer warriors up. Yeah. All right. I now have to go and wash my face so that I can take off all the makeup before I have my shower in an hour or two. And then, yeah, so we did the wrap up. We did daily wisdom, and I will be back after my shower to do my evening prepping of the kitchen for tomorrow morning's breakfast, because I have lots to prep before tomorrow's breakfast. So, yeah. I'll be back. All right, so as you guys know, these are the ingredients. I literally just cooked up all of the chopped up bacon strips. I used 2 bacon strips chopped up. I made sure that they became very, very crispy and done. And then I put them in the yellow bowl. And then I did up the 4 slices of cooked ham that was diced up into little squares. I also made sure that they were nice and crispy, and then I put them into the same bowl as the bacon bits. Then I took the onions, cloves of garlic, green and red pepper, and I put it into the wok, and I sauteed it until the onions started turning a brown color, and then I added in the spices that I used, which was chili powder, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and sugar. And I did that in the wok, put it all together, made sure it was nice and cooked properly, and then I added that into the red bowl, as you'll see shortly. Why did I do this tonight? Because when you put it into the oven tomorrow, the croissants don't have to cook very long to become, cooked. So you want to make sure everything else is cooked before you put it into the oven. The only thing that doesn't have to be cooked before you put it in the oven is the egg, because the egg will cook in the oven. So you don't have to worry about the egg at all, okay? Eggs cook very, very quickly and easily. So that's why I did all this tonight. Then I'm adding it into the egg concoction stuff tomorrow, and then into the croissants, and then into the oven for however long they're supposed to go in there. And then I'm taking them out and putting on the last ingredient, which is the one that's at the very bottom of this list right here. And that is the one that's going to make Johnny just drool, okay? Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to film his reaction, okay? You're going to see him gets so dang excited. Like, you've never seen a man act like this over food. He literally loves food, okay? Food is like life to him, okay? And when I make good food, he does this, what I call the food dance. And when it's like really, really good, he makes like like pleasurable noises, okay? So he does a food dance with pleasurable noises. So that's what I'm going to film tomorrow, because he's going to literally do that. He's going to be like, and then he's going to do like a lot of food dance, okay? And I'm just going to sit there and giggle as he's doing that. The last ingredient is only for Johnny, because it won't be good later in the day for the boys', so the boys will not have that. They'll have the other one that's the second to last. And that's it. So, but Johnny will have the freshest of the fresh, because he'll be awake at the time when I make it. So, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see his face. That's what I'm excited about. His face. Y'all, his face. I want him to know how much I love this man. Okay? I love this man so much. I want him to know it. And this is my way of showing it. I loves him. I loves him so much. So much. Okay, so this was the evening prep, and we'll see tomorrow. All right, y'all. So, yeah, I still got my apron on. I got to take it off. And then I'm going to go brush my teeth and wash my face, and I'm going to bed because I'm done until tomorrow morning. So, I'm literally going to bed now. I love y'all. I hope you have a good evening, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow at 4:45 a.m. in the morning, because it's going to take me a little bit to do most of it, because I have to prep the muffin pan, and I have to also prep the dough and the ingredients, and it's going to take me a little bit. So I will come back tomorrow morning, and you guys will be with me early in the mornings. Okay, good night. Love y'all. Later for now. Good night. Sleep tight. See you in the morning. God bless. Later for now. Good night.